Happy 80th anniversary, Thomas the Tank Engine. Today marks the 80th anniversary since the first Railway Series book, The Three Railway Engines, came out in 1945. And I own a replica of that through the Thomas the Tank Engine, the original Railway Series, the Classic Library by the Reverend Wilbert Audrey. If I pull this up, you can see the 6 original railway books in there. And also, when they came out with the TV series in 1984, they made this book, which was in the TV series order, based on the first 2 seasons of Thomas the Tank Engine. And that spawned all this wonderful merchandise you see here, including the Ladybird volumes of the books with images from the TV series, and the My First Thomas library, or whatever series you want to call it, and a plethora of other wooden railway brands, from Ertl, Wooden Railway, Gashapon wind-ups, and even Brio started making stuff that looked like Wooden Railway. Had Trackmaster, the non-wind-up Gashapon. Brio started making stuff like this beautiful Stephenson's Rocket, Adventurers, Tomy, Take Along, and a whole bunch of other stuff, including one of the most creative pieces of Thomas merchandise ever, the Paint and Play Thomas, where you could actually paint rolling stock that you like. I'm actually thinking about painting this tanker into a defuse at gunpowder, so tell me what you think about that in the comments down below. And you might also know that on my shelves I have a bunch of other Thomas merchandise. You can see right there. And even a box for a wooden railway arched viaduct up there. But I want to develop this shelf into a shrine for Thomas the Tank Engine, because as much as I make videos on YouTube about Lego, I like Thomas the Tank Engine just as much as Lego, as is evidence from this shot. So Thomas the Tank Engine I grew up with starting in the year 2003. 22 years later, here I am growing my collection, and it wouldn't be possible without the Railway series. We have to stand in awe at Reverend Wilbert Audrey, his son, his illustrators, Britch Alcroft, David Mitten, Robert Cardona, the various narrators of the TV series, all of the merchandise brands which have partnered, all of the magazine writers, all of the artists, all of the production crew, all of the publishers, and everyone that has ever worked around the little blue train that we call Thomas the Tank Engine. This is the day. This is his day. This is everyone's day that associates themselves with Thomas the Tank Engine, and I will always call it that. I will never call it Thomas and Friends, because that is a marketing technique, and I refuse to acknowledge that marketing technique. And for those who don't know, I prefer the Railway series over the TV series for various reasons, and I do prefer Wooden Railway above all else in the merchandise. But I do think Ertl is cool, Tomy is cool, and Trackmaster had some okay merchandise too. I grew up with Take Along before any of this else, and a lot of us on social media wouldn't be doing our thing without Thomas the Tank Engine and the Railway series. So happy 80th anniversary, everyone. Enjoy what you're doing by making all of your fan content. I'll see it all on YouTube and Twitter X. Enjoy the 80th anniversary. Take care, everybody.